Let's go ahead and take a look at the resume database. The resume database is great for some more proactive sourcing when you want to do a little headhunting and potentially find the perfect candidate based on some searches that you can do. So within the resume database, one of the first things you'll notice are the search bars up here. You can search by all the job titles, their most recent job title, or entire resume. I usually start with entire resume as it's a good place to go. And if you end up with too many results, then you can always pare that down to job title. But let's start an entire resume, and I'll search for our software engineer. Now, one thing that you want to keep in mind is that not all software engineers have a job title or might have the term software engineer in their resume. So it's always good to look for things that are specific to software engineers within their resume. So maybe, in their resume, they're a software developer, or if they're out in San Francisco, they're called something cool like software happiness creator or something. So what you want to do is search for terms that you would only find in a software engineer's resume or whatever job you're looking at. So I'm also going to put in here Java or C++. We support Boolean searching, so you can come up with a whole nice long string of terms to really nail down your perfect candidate. Python. So here's some programming things. And I'll do this search out in San Francisco, and I'll click search. So what you're going to see is a bunch of resumes that come up. We got 1,238. Great. I'm going to go ahead and save this search because maybe I want to do this search later on. And so you'll see we've got it saved here. And now we'll look at the filters. The filters on the left-hand side, we default to within 30 miles, but let's say, San Francisco, not many people are commuting in from far away. We can drag that down to 20. Or if, you're in another area where people commute from far away, you can always drag that up. So, but I'm going to drag it down for now, and we'll see what happens. Last activity is the last time these resumes were either edited or built within our system. Again, if you're sourcing more passive candidates, you can drag that all the way out. It doesn't matter. Studies show up to 75% of people will at least be willing to listen to a potential offer. So if that's the case, you can drag that out. If they have a job, that's not a big deal to you. If you want to try and source more active candidates, you could drag this last activity down, let's say sometime in the last 2 weeks. What that would do is it would mean people have been editing their resume or built their resume at some point in the last 2 weeks, and that could potentially get you people who are more actively on the job market. You'll notice our results update as we play around with these filters. I'm just going to drag that back out. And now for total work experience, let's say we want our guy to have at least a year of experience here and a bachelor's degree. Okay, wonderful. So I've got about 200 results here for our software engineer near San Francisco. And what's nice is that you can read all of these resumes. So if I click up here, you'll see we have 116 resume views remaining. Let's go ahead and click on one. I'm going to click on Lisa here. Okay, let's see what Lisa's all about. All right, here's Lisa. She's a software engineer. And you see we can read her entire resume, her skills, her work history, her education, everything. You'll notice the only thing that we block is Lisa's phone number and email. And the reason is, if you notice over here on the right-hand side, we still have 116 resume views remaining. So just opening up a resume and viewing it does not cost you one of your resume views. The reason is we don't want you to be scared to view a resume. Go ahead, open it up, read all the resumes, and when you find someone that's a really good fit, only then do we have to use one of the resume views. So the way that you would do this, you have 3 options at this point. You can link Lisa to the job. All right, just start typing in your job here, and you can put don't invite them, just add them to the job. This means that when you view the job's candidates, you'll see Lisa as a prospect, but she hasn't been invited quite yet. And that just means you don't have to come back into the resume database to find Lisa. All right. Another option you have is to just instantly invite her to the job. Here's our little template email that we have. You can edit this and say whatever you want really easily. And so you click that, she'll get an email, she's invited to the job, or you can click the view full resume button, at which point it would unblock Lisa's contact information. I'm not going to do that right now, but the point is when you do any of these 3 things, we will unblock her contact info, and only then would that count as one of your resume views. Okay? So you have a lot of freedom to open up and read as many resumes as you want. and only use a resume view when you know you've got a good prospect. You'll notice this button down here, find more resumes like this one. So we do have some of that algorithm matching again for you. You click that button and we'll pull up a list of resumes that we think are similar to Lisa's. Okay? All right, so that's the resume database over here. Now let's say that we've done a really good search. You're looking at a lot of the descriptions here. Everyone looks like they're a good software engineer, and you know you just need to hire as many people as possible. So you can click this button over here, all right, and you'll see it highlights every name on the page. These are lists of 20, and you can go bulk actions, invite to apply, and instantly invite all 20 people to apply to your job. That can be really helpful if you're able to come up with a really good search term. Again, the goal here at MightyRecruiter to make your recruiting fast and easy. So you come up with a good search, go ahead and invite everyone. It will use 20 of your resume views, but can really speed that process up of headhunting and finding some good candidates. You notice Joseph down here is already shown as viewed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click hide previously viewed resumes. This is really good if you have multiple people working out of the resume database. You have one person that comes in, they don't have to be looking at all of the resumes someone else has already viewed. So they can click hide previously viewed resumes and make sure that they're getting a fresh list every time. All right, so that's our resume database here in a nutshell.